Me what happened to the music industry?
Life happened. That's what happened. For starters, money took precedent over art, so it doesn't matter what you make, and if it matters to you, as long as it makes you money. That's one. Two, ever since streaming platforms took over, the death of radio made it harder to track what everyone's listening to, and now it's all about virality and who can make a song that's the most streamable, so now songs are getting shorter because that's easily streamable. Record labels don't want to do their job in terms of artist development. They want you to come in with your follower count. They want you to come in with the music already made. No one's doing their job anymore. In terms of the music, everything is more vulgar and sexual nowadays, so music lacks subtlety. There's that. There's no music for kids to listen to. There's no music for teenagers to listen to, and that is a huge market that everyone is missing out on, I think. AI is also compromising the artist experience. And to wrap it all up, stan culture has ruined music consumption as a whole. So yeah, that's what happened.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber, HK, and I'm ready to take off with another video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course, definitely subscribe. Today, I wanted to talk about the rap or the music industry. I'm more familiar with the rap industry because that's mostly what I listened to in the past, but I also dabbled with other types of music as well. But mainly what I wanted to talk about in general was pretty much the music industry. And I got a clip that's going to really break it down. I want to talk about the money, how most artists, are pretty much broke. Maybe the top 1, 2, maybe even 5% of artists in total out of all of the artists that are running around has got a good amount of money. But most of them are broke. I found this out later on in life, and I was super disappointed, to say the least, that I was fooled to thinking that these people had all this money, all these things going for them, and that I'm actually the broke one, which is not the case. Most of the stuff that they wear and stuff like that is pretty much given to them. They're pretty much a walking billboard. They've taken out loans for the money that they do have, most of these artists, and a lot of them don't reinvest or don't use that money properly. Thus, they go broke. So that's typically where, when I say most artists are pretty much broke, that's typically where I'm getting that from. But this clip will break it down much better than I could. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop the clip, and then I'll see you guys right after.
Really starting to think that the music industry and the celebs that are in it have been fooling us all this time. I do not think any of them have money at all. I mean, cash poor type shit. And there's a good reason for that. People like Gucci and Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton, they are the Rolex and the Bentleys of the fashion industry. So they do not need a celebrity to showcase their latest design to sell it. They don't. So when you see these rappers and singers and stuff in the music industry showing their clothes and their houses and all that stuff, I really think they're getting all that stuff on credit. And the music industry is like, you work for me, we give you all these gifts. Why do you think so many people are in some real fucked up contracts right now? And also, in our community, we always talk about if we had millions of dollars, how we would buy up the block, how we would help our people and stuff. And you don't see them doing that, and people think it's because they're selfish. No, I think it's because they are cash poor and they really cannot help you. It brings me to this. The music industry is very successful in creating images into demeaning us in every single way, and they profit and make lots of money off of that, and we buy into that every time we support them. To us, it's just entertainment, but it really is a real life plan. Now, why would little old me feel this way? Because none of it makes sense. I'm telling you, they are a walking billboard for companies to get black dollars. And why? Because nobody in the entire world spends like black people. No matter how broke we are, no matter if the rent needs to get paid, nothing matters when it comes to us getting them dollars to look good and to look like we also have the celebrity lifestyle. Like, it's all a plan, all of it. It's so you can be broke, so they can get the cash from you that they're not getting. Now, I know that may sound crazy, but I was thinking about that last night. I'm like, something just is not right here. And then when you think of C-list and D-list rappers and stuff like that, it's not that their music is trash. They try to make it seem like, oh, they just aren't relevant anymore. No, the talent is still there and always have been. The problem is if a brand isn't able to use them to further push whatever agenda they got going on, none of us black folks is going to want to buy into whatever that rapper or whoever, whatever they're selling. If they cannot use you, they don't want you. And I think that time tells us, even with the government, if they cannot use you, you do not have nothing to give them at all. You serve them no purpose. So once again, these companies are the Bentley and Rolexes of the entertainment world and the fashion world and all of the government. They do not need no advertisement. So all this false narrative of, oh, they're just advertising this and they give celebrities free stuff here and now, they know they're giving them fucking free shit all the time because they're not actually physically paying them with cash. They're getting our black dollars. Let that sit. So in short, the music industry and celebs and designer brands are in cahoots with each other to make it look like they're getting money to buy those expensive things, but it's really just a marketing plan to take our money. Nobody spend money like black people. Peace.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's right. She's 100% on the money. She's 100% correct, and I agree with her 100%. In the black community, there's a lot of consumerism going on and a lot of spending on things that you really don't need going on as well. So, when somebody that looks like us has money and appears to have made it out of the hood, the gutter, and just, where we normally live, or where normal people, where normal African American people live that are, low income, it gives us hope. And if that person that we look up to tells us, hey, buy this, buy that, even though it's out of our price range, you best believe we're still going to buy it. Take out a loan, don't pay rent. Priorities are messed up. That's why the black community is pretty much in shambles right now. Yes, we're alive, and some of us, few of us are doing well, or some of us is doing well, but the majority of it is pretty much in shambles right now because the priorities are messed up. You know what I mean? Because our role models and the leaders that we look up to are typically bought over by these companies to fool us and lie to us even further, to keep us even further down on the echelon of the system. And that's just the way the whole system works. They'll buy role models and use them as puppets to keep us down even further than we already are. It's a sad reality, but the lady broke it down, and I've known this for a long time, and I've told people this in my personal life. Some people believe it, some people don't, but the evidence is all there. If I'm being honest, like you take a deal, and we're getting back to the music. We take a deal from a record label. Now you owe them. That's all that is a loan. Okay, and then all they're gonna do is once you're going on tour, you're spending money for album covers, vendors for the album to be put out, for the album to be put on platforms, all that stuff. Okay, they're gonna take that out of your budget. But let's say the loan that you got, you already spent most of it on getting a car, getting chains, flying all around and buying a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. So now you owe them for that loan that they gave you, and you owe them for the expenses that they just spent on you. You know what I mean? And then they charge you interest on top of that. So it's a reoccurring thing. A lot of artists made hit music, but they don't get no loyalty pay. You know what I mean? They're in debt. They're better off working a 9-to-5. I don't know why they disrespect and talk down to a 9-to-5 so much. They're better off living a 9-to-5 or working a 9-to-5 and not have taken that debt in rapping at all. Because they would have at least been not in debt. They would have been at least able to pay rent. But now they're in debt, unable to pay rent. And their company, sometimes the label doesn't want to release their music anymore on top of that. So it's just, it's chaos. Like I said, don't be careful what you believe. Be careful what you believe, because what you see, everything that glitter ain't gold. You ever heard of that saying? So that's basically what I believe on the subject. I'm not going to go any further. I've ranted enough. Thank you guys for listening to me. I appreciate it. I'm trying to really break it down for you guys, the music industry, to not be fooled by people's lifestyles or the lifestyles they like to portray on social media. Use discernment, use your brain, and just know everybody's posting and renting cars, and it's not a fair game that they're playing. So don't feed into that stuff trying to keep up with people that can't even keep up with the image that they're putting out there themselves. You know what I mean? So just play it smart, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you watch the end of this video, just comment below, I understand. That way I know you watched the full video. Again, like I said, like, share, comment, and definitely subscribe. Other than that, without further ado, that's the video. I appreciate you guys. HK's out. Peace.